Hey folks, Crazy Climb Radio here again. And since we're still not doing the 20 from the 70s series yet, or not resuming it, we're going to look at a game called Lunar Lander. And this was created by Taito in 1979, hot off the heels of their own Space Invaders. And it has some similarity to Space Invaders, but it's more of a combination of Space Invaders, Lunar Lander, and Frogger. And this came out before Frogger. So, who knows, maybe Frogger took something from this game. But it's kind of cool. It's black and white with a color overlay. But your goal is to... see, they look kind of like Space Invaders. They lift up their leg like they're farting. I don't know why. But your goal is to drop off a lunar module, from the mothership and guide it to one of the landing pads below. And when you reach the landing pad, trying to weave in between these asteroids here, an astronaut comes off of the surface of the planet and goes into your ship. And on the way back up, you have to shoot UFOs that are trying to shoot you. Or you could just weave in between the UFOs, try to make your way back to the mothership. But it's actually a really cool game. I like it quite a bit. And like I said, it's kind of a combination of Frogger, Lunar Lander, and Space Invaders. But let's go ahead and get started. The first, once you collect a total of 6 astronauts and return to the mothership, then you get points for all the ones that are remaining. And yeah, if you crash with your lunar module, you'll lose one of those astronauts. Right now you'll get 50 points for all that are remaining, and you'll get 50 more every time you go through another 6 astronauts. And on the way back up, you have to watch out for the UFO's fire. Although, they'll often miss you if it looks like they shot you. Those blinking lights, don't touch those. Those are bombs. Or space mines or something, who knows. But early on, it's a pretty easy game. If you miss your mothership entirely, you'll crash into one of those red mines at the top and die. If you even slightly miss your mothership and crash into the side of it, you'll lose an astronaut. But early on, it's fairly easy. At times, asteroids will come after you on this part where you go up and shoot the UFOs. This game was very cool. I think I might have seen it at like a drive-in once. It appears, I think, on some Taito best of collections. There's those asteroids that try to hit you, and they did hit me. If you speed up and pass one of them, the second one might not appear. Crap. And if you don't land on the landing pad just right, you'll blow up. Usually, early on you can land halfway on it and it'll count, but later on that won't count and you'll blow up. Shoo. Yeah, stay away from the edges if you can, because an invader might appear on you or shoot you right away. Now I get bonus points for all the astronauts that are left. You'll get a special bonus if you didn't lose any astronauts, and I lost one. Note that purple indicates that there's more point value than the blue, and the yellow landing pad is worth the most. But once you land on 6 landing pads and collect the astronauts, and then return to your mothership, then that counts as beating a level. And I think you get an extra life at like 30,000 or 3,000. something like that. But yeah, on this part going up, maybe kind of strafing, shooting a UFO and moving out of the way so that its shots can't hit you might be a good strategy, but oftentimes their shots will miss you anyway somehow, and they'll go right through you. Don't know why that is, but I think that happened a little bit later. The number of times there's those asteroids again. See, I'm moving real quick, so it didn't have a chance to launch a second asteroid at me. See at the bottom right, there's a number 2, and that shows that I'm on the second go through. I've collected all the astronauts one time. And there's those stupid asteroids again. Yeah, docking back with the mothership it's pretty forgiving, unless you just totally run into the side or miss it completely and hit one of those mines at the top, those little red mines. Yeah, it gets harder and harder. The sea of asteroids gets thicker and thicker. Well, I'm going to start again. I'm going to play again, because I wasn't very satisfied with the first game. That default high score under the Taito at the top is pretty high. But yeah, this reminds me of Frogger and this part of Space Invaders. They even got some of the sound effects, I think, from Space Invaders. It's really a pretty good game, and like I said before, this has been on a number of Taito best of collections, or Taito classics, or whatever you want to call them. Taito memories, I don't know. It's fairly easy to dodge the UFOs' fire or the UFOs themselves. It's the coming down that can be kind of hard sometimes. Unless those stupid asteroids bother you on this stage. For the most part, it seems the asteroids don't appear, but here and there, yeah. And again, if you crash into the side of the mothership, it's kind of funny. You'll see. I'll show it to you later. An astronaut will fall out of your lunar module. Yeah, if you pour on the speed a little bit coming back up, then oh, here we go. If you pour on the speed coming towards the top, then that second asteroid might not appear. Yeah, for one whole round, you get one fuel tank. And you don't really have to worry about running out of fuel. You've got plenty. Yeah, watch out for those flashing stars. Those are like space mines or something. This really is a pretty good game. I was rather impressed with this, and I kind of like it. Like I said, I think I saw it once, was all, at like a drive-in theater. But it's pretty good. I did very well this game. I mean, you'll see later on. You get, I think, a 500-point bonus if you manage to rescue all the astronauts and not crash while you've got any astronauts. You safely rescued all 6 astronauts. Yeah, the first time I saw this, I thought maybe you were supposed to land on the astronauts to collect them, because you see them on the surface of the planet. But no, you're just supposed to land on the landing pads. The astronauts will come to you. And again, you have plenty of fuel. Don't worry about running out. Just hit the thrusters when you need to. And feel free to pick off it. Oh yeah, you get an extra life at 3,000. Feel free to pick off as many UFOs as you want on the way back up. They're extra points. I think they're only like 60 apiece, but what the hey? You don't get to score much in this game. And like I said before, later on, if you don't land just right on the landing pad, if you like land on the edge of it, it won't count. You'll blow up. Early on, it counts for some reason. I don't think I need to tell you that if you completely miss the landing pad and land on the ground, you blow up. Oops, they shot me. Doesn't happen usually. But yeah, if you screw up on the return to the mothership, then you'll start back off, dropping off, or going through the asteroid belt. Unless that was your last astronaut that you had. Then you'll just have your remaining astronauts counted up, and you'll go to the next round. Now the astronauts are worth 150 points if you beat the round when they count the astronauts up. And yeah, on either trying to land on the surface or trying to get back to the mothership, stay away from the edges of the screen, because the ships or asteroids could appear right on you and kill you. Whoa, God! See, if you don't land right on, then you're gonna die. Whoa, it's very tricky from now on. Yeah, take out as much of those guys as you can. Unless there's so many of them that you don't want to take the risk. So I've passed Taito's high score. Whoa! There we go. So stupid asteroids again. But yeah, I've moved fast enough that I avoided seeing that second asteroid. If you need to take your time and wait for a safe spot, you can let the spaceship move all the way to the left, and then it'll just keep moving around. It'll move back to the right. Just do that if you need to find a good spot to get off. Just one more astronaut to pick up. Maybe I'll get that perfect bonus. Whoa, God! Stupid asteroid. Whoa. Oh, that time there were 3 of them. I thought there were just 2. Perfect. Bonus 500 points. And a little musical fanfare. Thank you very much. Great score on this game. What? Oh, fight. I guess that was the aliens' language for fight. So I got a little cutscene after... Ah, shit. After getting... 3 rounds completed. I don't know what the other cutscenes look like. Whoa. Like I was saying before, sometimes the shots go right through you, and it did there. Maybe I should have died there because I wasn't right on, but I guess docking with the mothership is very forgiving. Oh, yeah, it's very picky now about making sure you land right on there. Hey, I get to enter my initials. Maybe this was the first game in which you get to do that. I've heard that it was actually Asteroids that was the first game. Maybe Asteroids was created before this the same year. Don't know. But that was Lunar Rescue by Taito in 1979. A very good game and kind of a mashup of a number of other genres. Frogger and Space Invaders and Lunar Lander. Frogger had not even come out yet, but very cool combination genre type of game. But that was Lunar Lander, or not Lunar Lander, Lunar Rescue by Taito in 1979. A very cool game. Yeah, early on they're very forgiving about how you land. And then just make your way back to the mothership with the astronaut you collected. But that was Lunar Rescue by Taito in 1979. Pretty cool black and white game with a very colorful overlay. This is Crazy Climber 80 saying thanks for watching Lunar Rescue by Taito in 1979. And I'll be back with another video in the near future. Take it easy, folks. Bye-bye.